Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the Akim for tuning to these videos. So just a real quick video. This thing happened, a few days ago on June 3rd, 2020, year of prophecy. Today's the 5th right now. So I guess during all this, George Floyd protesting / riots, you got a lot of enmity between Judah and Ephraim. But when I say that, I'm speaking about the so-called blacks and the so-called Latinos. They got this picture, I guess. There's gangsters, northern gangsters, southern gangsters, and they were going at each other for a few days. But then they pretty much reconciled their hatred, and they joined the Black Lives Matter movement. So one thing too is we're not black and we're not Mexican. We're not African American. We're the descendants of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. From Jacob, his 12 sons. Judah, Ephraim, Benjamin, Levi, Issachar. So forth and so forth. That's really what we are. We're not black. We're not white. There's no such thing as a black person. There's no such thing as a white person. There is such thing as the red Hebrew Edomite, though. That's what the people don't really say anything. They say that Black Lives Matter. There's no person on the earth that's black. But anyways, on face value, what you're seeing is Judah, the so-called Latinos, and I meant to say Judah, the so-called African Americans, and Ephraim, the so-called Latinos. They're pretty much getting back together, unity, because pretty much ultimately at the end of the day, they go back to the sons of Jacob. We're pretty much brothers and sisters. I'm not even going to read the whole article. I'm just going to look at the pictures and get into the precepts. So the title of this article states, Latino and black leaders unite across neighborhoods to denounce hate. We're stronger together. There was that one time where the nation of Israel, the northern kingdom, went off with their wicked kings and pretty much were put into captivity by the Assyrians, and they were dispersed from around the world. Because really at the end of the day, you're a Hebrew Israelite, going back to your pedigree of your father. It doesn't matter how you look or whatever, because you could have a so-called Asian person, look very Asian, but then he can go back to the line of Judah. That says it in Revelation 5 and 9. It is pretty much because the only people who are going to get delivered, as it states in the book of Revelation, are the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, the 144,000, wherever they were scattered. So I'm going to go ahead and read that. It's Revelation 5 verse 9. It says, And they sung a new song, saying, Thou art worthy to take the book and open the seals thereof. For thou wast slain and hast redeemed us to the Most High by thy blood out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation. So that's not talking about, every nation in the sense that like a Moabite can become delivered. It's talking about how we were scattered all over those nations. And I have the precepts to back it up. Because if, people say, that the Jews and Gentiles and this Bible's for everybody, well then what about the Jews that were scattered? Is because those are the Gentiles. They went to the heathens and they started living like them. And pretty much they became a confusion of faiths, an Israelite foreigner, if you will. Because that was a direct strike from the Heavenly Father for us going off. And you can look in our history of the whole nation of Israel, going off in the book of Kings. But this is Deuteronomy 28 verse 64 says, And the Lord Yahweh shall scatter thee among all people from the one end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. So when it's talking about, let me see if I can get that real quick. I believe this is one. Revelation 21 verse 12. It says, and had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates, and at the gates 12 angels, and names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Because it's all about the nation of Israel. Those are the only ones who are going to get delivered. So out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation, they go back to the tribes of of Jacob, pretty much. That's what you're seeing right now. Is you're seeing that reconciliation happen. Even though it's still because the sinews are getting back. But not everybody in the dry bones has the spirit. They have a zeal, but not according to knowledge. Because they're still calling themselves black and they're still calling themselves Latino. But ultimately, this is still prophecy being fulfilled. I'm going to get to that. It's just so I'm stating here is the curse was sent on us that we were going to be scattered amongst all the people. But according to your father's seed, it doesn't matter where you were scattered, you're still Hebrew Israelites. And just more precept on that is Ezekiel 36:19 says, "And I scattered them among the heathen, and they were dispersed through the countries according to their way, and according to their doings I judged them." And you can read in the book of in First Maccabees how pretty much our nation they wanted to go to the heathen nations, get their so like they pretty much they were getting uncircumcised, and it was pretty much they're also getting physically uncircumcised and then mentally uncircumcised, because they were taking the customs of the heathen. We were scattered and we were worshiping wood and stone when we were amongst the heathen. All right, so this is Judges 5:11. Because this is the time that we're in right now. We're in the time of prophecy being fulfilled. In Judah and Ephraim, albeit they don't have the knowledge. The zeal of knowledge. They definitely have a zeal. It's because we're over here. We're both in our captivity, and so you got here. Judges 5:11 says, "They that are delivered from the noise of archers in the places of drawing water, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord Yahweh, even the righteous acts towards the inhabitants of his villages in Israel. Then shall the people of the Lord Yahweh go down to the gates." So this is talking about pretty much in America, modern day Babylon. That it's the place of drawing waters, and here is where we're going to start rehearsing the righteous acts. It's pretty much when those sinews and those dry bones get back up, we're going to be rehearsing the righteous acts that we were once doing as a whole nation when we weren't going off. Right after Joshua, he did that covenant on that tree and rock over there in that land of Israel. So I got another precept here. This is Ezekiel 37:19. Says, "Say unto them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh power, Behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel his fellows, and will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in mine hand." And you could pretty much say that that prophecy hasn't been fulfilled, because if you go to the land of Israel right now, the so-called Jews, you won't get a lot of people who say they're from the tribe of Ephraim. They got the law of return, yet they can't trace back their lineage all the way back to Jacob. they could, if at most, only trace it back all the way to Edom, Isaac's son. All right, so this another precept is Hosea 1:11. It says, "Then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together and appoint themselves one head, and they shall come up out of the land, for great shall be the day of Jezreel." And this prophecy pretty much has not been fulfilled. Like I was saying, you go over there and you're just going to find people that say that they're Jews or Levi, and they're not going to say, how far their pedigree goes back, because ultimately they're just imposters that appointed our lands for theirs. So this is a prophecy that's going to be fulfilled, because we're here in America. This is going to be where the great deliverance happens. This is the land of drawing water. And Judah and Ephraim are over here. You really, you can't pit them against each other, because at the end of the day, we're brothers and sisters. Alright, so I got another precept. This is Isaiah 11:13. It says, "The envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim." And that's pretty much the go-to precept for this specific article. Is even though they're calling themselves black or Latino, this is Judah and Ephraim pretty much disregarding the envy that they had for one another. So again to the last precept, this is Romans 9:26 says, "And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, Ye are not my people," so when vocab alone goes to these people and says that they're not the real Jews that the Bible speaks of, this is pretty much fulfilling Romans 9:26, because people pretty much gainsay and deny, that fact. Continue on, it says, "There," here in America, Babylon, it says, "There shall they be called the children of the living power." So let me see if I can get that. So now if I type this, I'll get the picture. And there's the 12 tribes chart. So this is the only place over here because it started over here in New York and Harlem, over at the Israelite school. Is where this picture was pretty much formed. They got a nice little Wikipedia about it too. So this is the place, in the land of drawing waters. The place where we served our captivity. That's all written in America's histories of how that was going down. This is the place where we're going to rehearse the righteous acts and then be called the children of the living power, regardless of the gainsayers. We're not letting the iniquities of them that trouble us. We believe this, wholeheartedly, because it's pretty much that's what the scriptures are, leading towards, to make you think, because here in Revelation 5:9, how it says that, the Most High is pretty much going to redeem the people from every blood, kindred, and tongue, and people and nation. It's talking about, the Hebrew Israelites, the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, who have been scattered abroad, mainly here in America. Let me see if I can get one more precept. Yeah, because you're here in Revelation 7. So let me try to find it. I'll start at verse 3. It says, "Saying, Hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads." It's talking about the 144,000 elect of the seed of Jacob. And continue on verse 4, it says, "And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. Of the tribe of Judah were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Reuben were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Gad were sealed 12,000," and so forth and so forth. You get the picture. It doesn't say, an Israelite foreigner, from the tribe of whatever. No, it's because this is all going according to the seed of your father. And as I've already read the precepts, we've been scattered because that's what was said in Deuteronomy. Yes, and pretty much we're going to get back together, as it says in Ezekiel 37:19, Hosea 1:11, Isaiah 11:13, Romans 9:26. So this article, albeit that these are Israelites that have no zeal of knowledge, they still have a zeal according to faith, because it's in their spirit not to hate on each other, because of these prophecies, they have to be fulfilled. Specifically Hosea 1:11. So that's the end of this video. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem Rakakwadash, and Shalom Makim.